Pacific Health. This is the 40th Iolani Classic, and this is game number 7, the one people have been waiting for in the first round. The Kahuku Red Raiders taking on Utah Prep Academy. Hello, everybody. I'm John Tamanaha alongside Coach Dean Shimamoto. Coach, you got a big smile on your face. It's that time of year, and it's one of these games where the gym is full, the anticipation is high. Utah Prep is here.
Oh, officially a sellout. This is the game that everyone wanted to see. Every time you see the local team go against the top mainland team or one of the top mainland teams in the country, it brings out just about everyone, and we have an official sellout. So no more tickets are being sold. The seats are being held by everyone. You move it, you lose it, someone fills it, and you lose out on your chance to potentially see the #1 player in the country do something spectacular.
And that man goes by the name of AJ Daibansta. He is lining up with his teammates on the EVA end. One of his teammates is J.J. Mandaquet. He played here at Iolani School as a freshman, helped the Iolani Raiders. So I got Red Raiders.
That's
on
right.
my mind. But helped the Iolani Raiders to the state semifinals in his freshman year. He is now a senior. He is now a representative of the United States of America, a 2-time gold medalist, alongside AJ Daibansta. And he is back here in the lower gym. This is so awesome. We've never really experienced this in 40 years of the Iolani Classic.
No, incredibly exciting. I mean, we've seen top players come through here, but those top players aren't usually the ones that are from Hawaii. And so I'm sure there's a lot of people watching, not just here on Oahu, but also in Hilo, Hawaii, to keep track of their homegrown talent, J.J. Mandaquet, that Mandaquet name known so well all throughout the Big Island, but especially in Hilo, where Father Jay was the 2000 State Player of the Year for the state champion Hilo Vikings. So a lot of Hawaii ties really up and down both of these rosters, and we'll talk about them as the game goes along, but I'm excited. Everyone here is excited. Otherwise, it wouldn't be this crowded.
Yeah. And when you look at the crowd across the way, you won't see the faces change very much. Nobody's going anywhere. They're just announcing Daibansta, and he will shake hands with Coach Brandon Akana and the 3 officials. Also in the starting lineup, Jackson Rasmussen. And #1, Anthony Felici, Jackson Kiss, and J.J. Mandaquet wearing number 23, as he did here at Iolani School. It was announced last for the Utah Prep. Benson Gu, 6'3" senior. Noah Fenga, 6'5", sophomore. Ronan Nahe. Cassius Daly, another sophomore. Mystique Aquino Watson, that is the starting 5 for Coach Kana. This is Kahuku's 9th appearance in the Iolani Classic. 11 wins, 21 losses. The last time they were here, Coach Dean, 2016, you remember that well. They beat Southwind of Memphis, Tennessee. The local team, Kahuku Red Raiders, finished 3rd in the Iolani Classic. That is hard to do. Josiah Villa, Daniel Fotu on the all-tournament team back in the day. Seems like yesterday to some degree.
so many players, nearly 10 years ago, but those guys have gone on to really great careers collegiately. Josiah Villa actually still playing currently here in Hawaii at the Division II level. Just so many guys. And again, that team, that's the last time we saw this gym really like this.
Fenga jumping center against Daibansta. Surrenders the jump. Quickly to the rim. Felici can't convert on the dunk. And Kahuku, I think they get possession. They do. They'll have a crack at it here. Aquino Watson with it. Gives it to Gu. Now to Daly. 20 on the shot clock, playing with a 35-second shot clock here in the Iolani Classic. Keena Watson, guarded by Mandaquit. Gives it to Daly. All perimeter stuff for Kahuku so far. Rotated over to the far side. Fall away three. That is short. Shot clock violation.
Kahuku's going to have to work their way into their offense much sooner. They really didn't start to attack till about 10 seconds left, and even at that, didn't break that three-point line barrier. So they're going to have to find some opportunities earlier in the clock just so they have some time. This defense is not going to go away. They're not a gambling type of defense, so the advantage is not going to be created by them. Kahuku is going to have to move, set some screens, create action, drive and kick, and create those opportunities for themselves offensively.
Daly double teamed. Gets out of that. Gets it to Keena Watson. Naihe. Leave it for Gu.
So early trap there by Utah Prep. Now they're content to stay in front and let this clock bleed down.
Keena Watson off the glass. Red Raiders leading it 2-0. Felici drops it down to Jackson Kiss. Jackson absorbed some contact.
Beautiful drive by Keena Watson on the other side of the floor. Just saw the seas part, found his way to the rim. No help side defense. Rasmussen had to play better on the ball defense there. Utah Prep content not providing any help, but that relies on the on-ball defender to keep their man in front.
Jackson Kiss, and this is the first of two. He's from Auckland, New Zealand. He led the New Zealand under-17 to the FIBA World Cup Final Four in Istanbul. Hits the second. They lost in the semifinals to Team USA against two of the players on his team. Here with Utah Prep, JJ Mandaquit and AJ Dibansta.
Jackson Kidd's been a really nice piece for this team. Just makes the right plays, big body on the inside, passes it well. Works well with these scoring type of guards that you have out here. Felici, Dibansa, Southwick we'll see later, who can really fill it up from long range.
Kahuku. Daly gets it in to Gu. Keena Watson. Finds some room, drives, gets cut off. Looking for a teammate. Gets it back. 5 on the shot clock. Got to shoot it. Dump it down low. Reverse layup. Naihe. Kahuku out in front. 4-1. Jackson Kiss underneath. Kisses it off the glass. Cuts the lead to 1.
Great action by Kahuku. And then coming back for Utah Prep, the pass to the inside for Kiss.
Strong drive. Hangs in the lane. Almost got it to go was Daly. Kahuku with the ball back, taken away by Kiss. Up quickly. AJ Dibansta, 2 big steps and a slam dunk.
That's where you see that difference, right? AJ Dibansta, a next level type of athlete. Normally you see those players, even the best athletes, take a dribble there, finish it on a layup, but he takes 2 dribbles, 1 step and a euro, and he's dunking it with a little pump just for style points.
6'9", 200 pounds. Inbounding there on the far side. I've seen some students who are very happy about that.
I've seen him play several times, a couple times on ESPN, and wasn't sure quite the player that he was. And even against the best competition, he still looks impressive.
Jackson Kiss inside. He gets fouled by Naihe. Excuse me, they get Fenga for the personal foul. His first, second team foul. Jackson now 2 of 3 from the line. And those beautiful Kobe's. Got a selection of colorful shoes out there.
It's really a fashion statement as much as it is about performance, but so many players throughout the NBA love wearing those Kobe's.
Nice dish there by Daly to Gu. 7-6. Utah Prep out in front, looking for more. The referees are conferring. Foul called. Kiss will go back to the line.
You're seeing the versatility
there.
Yeah, the versatility of AJ Daibansa. He can drive to the basket. Obviously, can get a shot off whenever he wants to, but still is looking for the cutting offensive player. Kiss knows to go to the rim, knows that he may get it. So this team, while they may have not grown up together, knows how to play with each other really well.
Jackson hits that one to put his team up 3. Daly working against Mandaquit. Now Daibansa joins in. Ugu does a good job getting it across. Draws the foul.
Really the core of this Kahuku team is in its guard play, and Cash Daly, Akina Watson, Naihe, they're the returning players. None of them are seniors. So this Kahuku team has a great future in front of them, but they're still pretty good themselves right now. So you'll look to see these 3 guys create a lot of offense for this Red Raider team.
Akina Watson runs into a wall of Utah Prep players. Now he finds himself with 3. Kiss with the rebound. Looking down court, gives it to Mandaquit. Rasmussen to the rack. Finishes.
Utah Prep recognizing the mismatch on the inside with Rasmussen, threw it right to him and just let him go to work.
Felice whistled for another personal foul. Kahuku with it, down 5. 3:40 to go here in the first quarter. First round action here at the Iolani Classic, presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. Mystique Akina Watson. Way out here by midcourt. Rasmussen knocks it out of bounds. Kahuku will retain possession, but only 9 seconds on the 35-second shot clock.
Utah Prep content to just stay at home defensively, keep the on-ball defender in front. Let Kahuku milk down this clock and try something late.
Daly gets a shot blocked by Rasmussen, but it goes into the corner to Naihe, who converts. Stolen away. Fenga. Red Raiders on the run. Scramble for it. Daibansa comes away with it. Up ahead to JJ Mandaquit. Rasmussen is open, but he drives instead. Draws the foul. Jackson Rasmussen, 6'7", senior. It seems bigger than that.
Has a nice frame on him. Really looks like more of a tight end, but strong body. They continue to go to him on the inside. Has that advantage skill-wise, strength-wise, height-wise here against the Red Raider defenders, and he's produced.
Hits the free throw. We're going to get a timeout here. 30-second timeout called by Coach Akana. Usually see that, Coach Dean, in the first quarter with the local team. They absorb that onslaught, see what they're working with, call a 30, talk it over.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a full timeout.
Yeah, sometimes coming out into these games, they see all the big names, you hear all the hype, and you're trying to figure out how you're going to approach it. And a lot of times there's a little bit of fear, and sometimes too much fear. Obviously, you have to respect what they're able to do and make sure that the passes you make are clear and on balance. Pass fake, get it out there quickly, not hold it for too long. Make sure defensively you're staying in front best you can, not gambling, blocking out, putting your body in the right places. And it's really about just doing all the things that your coaches are telling you to do. And a lot of times in these types of games, we used to say as coaches, we don't have to tell you too much, right, as players, because the other team, as good as they are, they'll tell you. So if you didn't make a great pass, the other team will tell you because it'll be a dunk on the backside, right? It's one of those situations. And just to sell them down, fatigue is going to set in against a team this good. Moving up and down the floor against athletes like this, the amount of energy that they have to exert compared to the amount of energy you have to exert is just tremendously different.
You know, Coach Kevin Scanlon, one of the assistants for the Punahou Buff and Blue, and they played really well last night. He was telling me that he tells the team, hey, they're 15, 16, 17-year-old just like you. I mean, it might not look like it sometimes, but that's true. Backcourt pressure being applied here by Utah Prep. Akina Watson gives it to Gu. Naihe. Akina Watson, 15 on the shot clock. It will reset, 10. Corner three. Tapped around. Kahuku has a second chance here. Akina Watson rises in the lane and hits. 5'10" junior. And at the other end, three for John Southwick.
Southwick is their primary three-point threat. Just can fill it up from the outside. He's always ready to shoot it. You saw the elevation on the jumper is accurate at all times.
Cassius Daly thought about it there. Naihe trying to find some room. Draws a foul. Jaden Cecil whistled for the personal foul. Inbounds pass, gets loose. Dibansta. Southwick for three. Yes. Two in a row for John Southwick, the 6'3" senior.
Just picture perfect on the elevation.
Knocked away by Mandaquit, and he'll just drop it over the rim for his first 2 points. Home crowd was looking for a little bit more, but they enjoyed it. Nonetheless, now Coach Akana will call a 30-second timeout. We see in front of us Aaron Hunkin-Clater of the University of Hawaii at Manoa. He used to play here at Iolani School with J.J. Mandaquit.
So last 2 times they were on the floor, they were teammates.
Yeah,
right now.
That's right.
Aaron Clater here to watch his former teammate, his backcourt mate, J.J. Mandaquit, and you saw him elevate there. And as a freshman here at Iolani, I think a little slimmer, not quite as explosive, and now years of work, and you see the body that he's built, the explosiveness that he now has, just a different level of basketball player, pushing him out to that Team USA invite, Team USA gold medal, as well as ESPN rankings in the top 50. Not something we've seen for a long, long time here in Hawaii.
I greeted J.J. Mandaquit in the Takaki courtyard out there. You put your hand on that left shoulder. That's a solid shoulder, man. Wow. 6'3", 196 pounds. ESPN considers him the 47th best senior prospect in the United States of America. Headed to the University of Washington. Ball goes out of bounds, and I thought they were going to give it to Utah Prep. So did Dibansta. He's got the palms raised. It'll go to Kahuku. Akina Watson finds a crease, attacks, rises, and hits. Mystique. Now Mandaquit attacks the basket. And he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Saw that strength come into play. Splitting the two defenders, able to take the bump and hang in the air and nearly get that one to go for an and one chance, but earns his way to the free throw line for two.
Back in the day, we talked about when he played with Aaron Hunkin-Clater in the 2021 Iolani Classic. Iolani played top-ranked Sierra Canyon, and most people will think, oh, Bronny James. There were a lot of other players on that team. 4 made the all-tournament team. They were not named LeBron James Jr. Anyway, all the social media after that was JJ Mandaquit, or they just said a freshman from Hawaii versus Bronny. Upset alert. Sierra Canyon came back from a halftime deficit to defeat the Raiders in the quarterfinals, but that was one of the more exciting memories in recent Iolani Classic history. Three-pointer is long to end the first quarter. Utah Prep 23, Kahuku 12 at the Iolani Prep Classic, presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
Rox, what's going on over there? Come on. Some kind of orangey stuff.
I think it's orange oil.
Orange oil? What's that about?
For termites.
We should do that. But I don't think our guys do that.
So why don't we get the right guys?
At Pest Tech Hawaii, we offer orange oil treatment as an alternative to tent fumigation. So let our guys be your guys.
We're Pest Tech Hawaii.
Welcome to Hilo, Hawaii, where the water is as pure as the aloha that flows through it. Waiakea water is naturally alkaline, full of minerals and electrolytes, and always giving back to our planet and people. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
Utah Prep 23, Kahuku 12 here in Game 7 of the 40th Iolani Classic. Kahuku looking to chip into that lead here. Cassius Daly. Layden Kauka, another Hawaii player into the game, number 2 in black. Pull up. 3 won't go. Kauka with the rebound, gives it to Mandaquit.
Really nice to see Kauka here on the floor. Homecoming for him as well out of Kohala.
Rasmussen can't finish at the rack. Put back though.
Valesi spent a significant amount of time on the bench picking up those 2 fouls. He has an entire cheering section here from Kahuku. I think they all traveled out here together to cheer him on. A lot of family from this area, so a lot of support. Not just JJ Mandaquit, not just Layden Kauka, but Felici feeling like he's at home as well.
Absolutely. Mystique, Akina, Watson runs it to Mandaquit. Ball in the corner. Mystique needs to shoot it. Mandaquit knew that and blocked the shot. Justice Daly into the game, replacing Naihe. Mandaquit. Southwick. 3 threes. 28-12. Just like that.
Just such a gorgeous jump shot. And really a classic style. You see him elevate. A lot of guys shooting now more that Steph Curry style of push shot. But John Southwick, he has that Ray Allen elevate, knock it down, and so accurate with it.
Mandaquit called for the foul. Looks like JJ needs to come out, get his forearm, right forearm wrapped up. 28-12, 6:13 to go here until halftime. Kahuku Red Raiders taking on Utah Prep. Cassius Daly working against some tall opposition there. Finds a nice crease. Blocked by Dybansta. AJ on the run. He'll lob it up for Rasmussen, and that'll bounce through.
Dybansta, a willing passer, getting out in transition. Could have taken the extra dribble and maybe tried to score it himself, but finding his teammate. Just a well-rounded player.
Daly attacked the rack, gets turned away. Dybansta. Valesi with the dunk, and hangs with the one hand.
Word has it, Valesi will be in the dunk contest tomorrow night. Could be the guy that wins it.
Could be. Dybansta went for the pick. Aquino Watson. A rise and fire. Valesi with the rebound out to Southwick. And he gets fouled as he lays it in. Southwick up to 11. He can make it 12 from the line.
Southwick just not comfortable getting anything other than a three. So even on the twos,
yeah,
he has a chance at a three.
Jackson Kiss back into the game. Talk about a frame. Wow.
We saw Kasenga come into the game for just a short bit, but that's a 6'9" body coming off of the bench.
So much size, as always here at the Iolani Classic.
Utah Prep just 9 players rostered here and in Hawaii for the Iolani Classic.
Aquino Watson into the corner to Naihe. He'll drive and put it in. Wow. Good job by Ronan.
Beautiful shimmy jab there on the baseline. Got the on-ball defender just off balance and able to finish with the right hand.
Dybansta. Big step and bigger dunk. Whoa.
That first hop would have been great for most people, but then he landed and elevated higher.
Oh, incredible. Oh, and Cassius Daly almost scored underneath. Valesi.
I'm slightly worried for the rim.
Yeah, we don't have a backup plan. Take it easy, guys. I guess we do the upper gym, but that's not a good backup plan. Cassius Daly doing some good work here. Getting hit as he shot was Ronan Naihe. He's doing some good things out there. 6'5" sophomore. That's a name to keep track of.
Absolutely. Cash Dalen, Ronan Naihe. You can see how crafty these guys are with the ball. Earlier, Daly not able to connect on that pump fake spin, step through. And then Naihe earlier with the drive baseline got the bucket, and here crafty enough to put the pump fake up, feel the contact and go down and then earn his way to the free throw line. But these kids just so seasoned, fathers, coaches, former players, and you can see every bit of that experience being transferred over to their game.
Naihe was on the varsity last year as a freshman in OIA play. Averaged 9.6 points per game, hit 17 threes, 83% from the line. He hit that one to give him 7. Lob! The crowd tells you that that did not go and it went out of bounds.
Woo, that pass was a little high, but sometimes the worst passes make for the best dunks, and that nearly brought the house down.
Referees are discussing something. 3 of Hawaii's finest out here on the court, officiating.
What's great about the Iolani Classic is it's not an individual tournament set by league. And so there's OIA officials, ILH officials. We'd love to have officials from Maui and the Big Island as well. Just make it a great Hawaii tournament.
Mandequit hits a 3. He did that 33 times as a freshman for Iolani. Aquino Watson. Ball into the corner. Dibansta. One-man trap over there. That's how Justice Daly was feeling. Got rid of it. Poked away by Falesi. Gives it to Jackson Kiss. He'll lob it up for Dibansta. They can't connect. Third time the charm for A.J. Dibansta. And he'll go to the line for the and one opportunity.
Nice to be able to kind of just jump and figure out what you're going to do while you're up there.
Yeah. Guystone Kasenga in back into the game, 6'9" senior. Dibansta takes a deep breath. Can't get that one to roll in. It goes out of bounds off the Red Raiders.
We haven't seen it just yet for Dibansta, but he has the ability to knock it down from 3. So they played against Columbus early in the year, the Boozer Twins, one of the top teams in the country, and A.J. Dibansta's bag was on full display.
Player control, offensive foul on Jackson Kiss. That's Jackson's second personal. Third team.
You see it a lot with the mainland teams, hands turned up with some of these calls.
Oh! Cassius Daly. Can we say he scored over A.J. Dibansta?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We'll be hearing that for decades.
There was a time when I was, I believe, a sophomore, played against one of the top teams in the country, top 5 player in the country, going to high-level college, hit a shot. I don't think he was anywhere near the area, but I made it over him somehow. And 30 years later, I still remember that.
Daly, what a way to get in the scorebook. Getting his own miss and gets it not the way he wanted, but Kasenga puts it through. Now he's in the scorebook as well. Long 3, rattles out for Daly. Jackson Kiss loses the handle momentarily. Cecil, long on the 3. Rebound collected by Gu. Here comes Kahuku. Mandequit takes it away, 2-on-1. Dibansta lob it up for JJ, back up for AJ. And he'll put it in.
Oh my. AJ Dibansta nearly vertical dunked that off the double alley-oop lob.
He steals it away and he's all alone. Look up below. There's a lot of social media happening right now.
Giving the fans what they want to see.
Yeah. Cassius Daly being aggressive. Launches a 3. Rebound Kiss. Up ahead, 30 seconds to go. Mandequit, nifty move. Couldn't get it to Kasenga. JJ wants to get it back. 20 seconds to go. We're going to get Cecil with the block and foul. 50. Utah Prep reaches 50 here in the 50th state with 17.9 seconds to go until halftime.
You know, John, I'm still thinking about what could have been with that double alley-oop.
Yeah.
Near one-handed vert dunk.
Play-by-play announcers like that too, because it's AJ to JJ, back to AJ. Akina Watson Dowling into the game. 3 from this side, rolls in and out. Southwick with the rebound as the buzzer sounds. Oh, 50-17, Utah Prep over Kahuku. Coach Dean, you've coached in this Iolani Classic many times. The pregame talk is what it is. We kind of went over that. What is it at halftime if you're in this sort of situation in the first round, or in your case, usually the quarterfinals?
We're still approaching this like a preseason game. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. It just happens to be against one of the top teams in the country. So you have the opportunity to test what you're able to do, right? You're never going to play someone like this in league, but you are going to have tough games and tough moments. And when you get into those tough games and into those tough moments, you can say, hey, when we executed, we're able to score against Utah Prep. We're able to get a shot off over AJ Daibonsa. They didn't steal it every time. They didn't grab every rebound. They didn't score every time. We were able to stop them. We were able to score on them. So take that same type of focus and effort and energy and put that into playing against Kailua, who this Kahuku team will open the season with come Monday. So it's so important to use this as a learning experience. Clearly, at 50-17 at the half, this is not a game they're going to come out and win.
I like what Kahuku did when early in the game. There was a lot of perimeter play. They were kind of running a weave, but then later in the game, they became aggressive. They were attacking. We've seen that from some of the local teams. Punahou last night against Oak Hill, they remained aggressive. No fear. It's awesome to see. 50-17, Utah Prep out in front of Kahuku here at halftime of game number 7 of the Iolani Classic, presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
When you come to Iolani, something you'll constantly hear is one team.
Our one-team culture began in athletics.
In arenas that demanded humble leadership
and persistent teamwork.
Over time, this ethos has found its way into almost every aspect of life at Iolani.
Ways that are both felt and found in passing.
In its simplest definition, the idea of one team isn't very unique.
We've all heard it in speeches or stories about the team over the individual.
But this implies too little for a way of life we have defined with so much.
You see, one team values shape our education.
Pairing knowledge with character.
Passion with discipline. It reminds us of humility in success.
And persistence in failure.
One team reveals that the true impact of our education doesn't only lie with what we've learned.
It develops in us values that see the compassionate choice.
Choices that give back and solve problems that matter to all of us.
It's the understanding that when we stand for each other,
we lift each other up.
The one-team spirit endures in our global community of educators and students.
Artists and entrepreneurs.
Doctors and lawyers and researchers and leaders.
Who all recognize that the greatest challenges we face are overcome when we work together as one.
This is what we pass on to our students, faculty, families.
Because we believe this is the most gracious way to live,
as well as the greatest foundation to go out into the world
with great poise, empathy, and determination.
Iolani School, one team.
Heart pumping, muscles extending. Every body is a miracle. And though we share so much, everybody is unique. What's your passion? Hold on to it. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
Hey, I got the job.
So I can go part-time.
Yes!
Some days bring new opportunities. First Hawaiian Bank can help you say yes to making the most of them. Manage your accounts, earn cash back, and when you need advice, we're here for you.
We should really get him into an art program.
No matter where your journeys take you, you can bank on the best. First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
Utah Prep 50, Kahuku 17 here at halftime of game number 7. The winner advances to tomorrow night's quarterfinals and will take on the host team, the Iolani Raiders. That game set to tip off at 6:30. Speaking of Iolani, Coach Dean Shimamoto and John Tamanaha here at the broadcast center. But when we look around at this crowd, it's a who's who of Iolani School athletics, as well as the basketball community here on Oahu and beyond.
Yeah, I was going to say more than just the Iolani community. A lot of Hawaii basketball fans just here in attendance. Coach Aaron Ganat here, along with several of his players, Akira Jacobs, Aaron Hunkin-Plater, as you mentioned, several of his assistants. We've had the HPU crew in the house here tonight, and just guys that you see all over playing basketball. Everyone here are fans, and this is some of the best basketball you're going to see in Hawaii, really at any time all year.
And you know, Dean, Coach Glenn Young looking down with a huge smile. This is what he established the Iolani Classic for in 1983, to expose a higher level of basketball to players, coaches, fans, officials, everybody. And that is what has happened 40 times. It's so awesome.
Yeah, the values here that when you run this Iolani Classic of what you're trying to accomplish, right? And it's to give Hawaii exposure to basketball from not just around the country, but around the world. We have a team from Japan, Osaka Gakuin. But on the flip side, also to expose a lot of these mainland players that are from all over the country. We have teams from Virginia and New Hampshire, Philadelphia, and expose them to Hawaii basketball and Hawaii culture and Hawaii life. So just incredible tournament. I just want to say this, right?
Yeah.
That without Glenn Young starting this tournament, is J.J. Mandaquit a top 50 player in the country? You know, I mean, so many things that have rippled just far and beyond, and the reach of what this tournament has created. Unbelievable.
It's so awesome. We also want to shout out Ray Wong, class of 1949, Iolani School. There's a banner right behind you, Coach Dean, it says for all of his love and support of the Iolani Classic. Ray Wong leading the way, but so many people support this tournament, work on this tournament. You're one of them. It's a labor of love, but it's all falls down from what Glenn Young thought of when he went to a tournament in Las Vegas in the winter of '82 and got exposed to a higher level of basketball. And the team he brought to Las Vegas would end up being the Hawaii State champions, the 1983 Iolani Red Raiders.
Yes,
he came home and said, hey, we got to bring them here.
Yeah, so many people are responsible for that. And again, as you said, the founder, Coach Glenn Young, started, coached here, played so many different roles. And you talk about it now, how many people are involved with making this thing happen. And I want to say it's in the 20s to 30s maybe. And he used to do this thing by himself.
Yeah.
It's really unbelievable because so many of us here, John, yourself, myself, the athletic director, so many people feel like they're maxed out completely.
Yeah.
6, 7 bodies that accomplish so much over the course of 2 weeks now, because there's a girls tournament that just completed, and he was a one-man show.
You think about all the people that are working on it, and you talk about J.J. Mandaquit and all of that. Derek Lowe, he is working so hard during this tournament, and so many others that just throughout the years, all of the names of the Iolani basketball alumni who come back and give to this tournament. It's really something special.
You know, everybody has memories here, right? And that includes Derek Lowe, and he can talk about 20 years ago, what happened and the teams he played against and the shots he made, the shots he misses. I believe he talked about that with you one night. And it's endless. And everybody comes back because they know how much it meant to them and how much a part of their basketball careers this Iolani Classic was. So it's really a who's who, definitely of Iolani basketball, but also of Hawaii basketball. So many stories by so many kids that have gone past high school and into college that talk about how they remember being at the Iolani Classic from the time they were 6 years old. We used to sit in the front row, and I see some of those kids, my own kids, and their teammates and the players they've played against in their 10-year-old leagues, and they're all here, and they're loving it, and they're going to remember this for the rest of their lives as well.
Awesome. Well, as you were saying that, I saw Neil Tamabayashi and Chucky Nakoa, longtime coaches here at Iolani School, taking care of Kahuku and the warm-up balls. Back in 1983, I was on a freshman team coached by Chucky Nakoa, and he looked just like that. And that was more than 40 years ago.
In incredible shape, just an institution. We cannot do this tournament without guys like Chucky Nakoa.
JJ Mandaquit gives it to AJ Daibansta as we get the second half started. Thanks for joining us on YouTube and Spectrum XCast. Starts the way it ended. Falesi with a three-pointer. He's still on a roll.
Red Raiders did a nice job, actually. Utah Prep came out with a backdoor play that Kahuku defended well, but ended up taking away the two and then gave Falesi a three.
Naihe trying to work against Daibansta. 11 on the shot clock. Akina Watson directing traffic. Forgoes the screen. Jump stop in the lane. 2 on the shot clock. Can't get it off. Another shot clock violation.
Red Raiders tried just about everything they could.
Yeah.
Defense too good for Utah Prep. And then, as you said, one-man traps, just individual defense, not needing the help.
JJ Mandaquit finds a crease, loses the ball. Falesi gets it, he's underneath. Jackson Kiss, inside-out pass to Mandaquit. Rattles that one home. JJ's in double figures with 10. This is Gu. We get it back in the hands of the point guard, the 5'10 junior, Mystique Akina Watson. High post. Kick it out to the corner, rolls around and out for Cassius Daly. Falesi is fouled. Anthony will go to the line. 4-star recruit, just a junior, regarded by ESPN as the 43rd junior. 24/7 Sports has him as the 25th junior small forward. Hits the free throw. 6'6" junior, 180 pounds. He's got offers from BYU, Cal, Utah State, and UNLV. Hits both ends of the 2 shots. 58-17. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
So missing from that list, Falesi also has an offer from the University of Hawaii, and that may be the reason why you're seeing Coach Kanat here tonight.
My apologies, Rainbow Warriors. Daibansta. Extra pass to Rasmussen, and he splashes that one home.
That's what makes this team so good. Obviously, they have players that can score one-on-one whenever they want to, but they choose to share the ball. They choose to swing it, find the better shot, pass up good for great, and that's why they're so highly ranked.
Rasmussen gets that one to go. Gu tried to contest that one. Mystique with it, working against Falesi. Kahuku staying on the perimeter here again. Akina Watson going against Daibansta, gets him in the air. Might have drawn 2 fouls there, maybe a third, and he hits it. Right stick-to-itiveness for Mystique Akina Watson. Rasmussen gets 3 back for Utah Prep.
I'm counting about 3 highlights. They can just be played on
Yes.
repeat. One by Naihe, one by Daly. That one there by Akina Watson.
Alessi is it taken away, and then he gets called for the foul on Gu. For Anthony, that is his 3rd personal. First of the 3rd quarter for Utah Prep. Justice Daly checking back in. We have a pair of Dailies out there. Justice and Cassius. Naihe taken away. Out in front to Felicity, but Akina Watson didn't give up. Knocks it out of bounds.
You said it just right. Just stayed with the blade, did whatever he could. Obviously, he wasn't going to get up in front, nor was he going to block it. Just reached down. When Felicity dropped it to the floor, then knocked it off his leg out of bounds.
John Southwick checks back in. He had 12 in the first half for Utah Prep. Rasmussen, why not? Dybansta with the rebound, and he's getting mugged underneath, and he still scores it.
Naihe just tried his best. Knew he was in a bad spot, tried to grab him, tried to tie him up, and the strength of AJ Dybansta. And, you know, you see that frame, and it doesn't look like a linebacker, but there's a lot of lean strength and explosiveness built throughout that entire body, able to work through the contact and get the and one.
6'9", 200 pounds. And here he is, out in front, launches himself, brings the crowd to its feet. They're still buzzing over AJ Dybansta putting on a show. Daly underneath, and then he gets dunked through, but I think it was in the cylinder. Ronan Nihei, he wanted to show that he can get up and look through the window.
Hey, that's all right. When you cut the highlight, that's a dunk.
Why not?
We'll take it.
The buzz is still going here in the gym. Timeout called. Coach Akana wants to talk it over with his Red Raiders.
Just a quick preview of the dunk contest again tomorrow night.
Full timeout with Utah Prep leading at 71-19 here at the Iolani Classic, presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
Your brain controls everything you think, see, and do. 80 billion cells working together, creating the essence of who you are. Strengthen your brain, strengthen your life.
Brain Health Hawaii to me is enhancing my children's potential.
Connection.
Less anxiety.
Make the happy. Improved focus.
Life-changing. Freedom.
Clarity.
Take control of your health with Brain Health Hawaii.
Still a buzz in the crowd here in the lower gym. John Tamanaha and Dean Shimamoto with you here for game number 7 here at the Iolani Classic, presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. Wow. We're going to have the slam dunk contest after the quarterfinals tomorrow night. We'll also have that here on YouTube and Spectrum XCast. But Coach Dean, I think we talked about this before. We should have an award for the dunk in-game.
That should definitely, I'm sure we'll be able to find a sponsor.
Yeah.
And when you saw Brain Health Hawaii come up, maybe they'll be the ones to sponsor the best in-game dunk. You may have to have judges just on standby, ready to go. But, I mean, that's a clear 10 in my book.
Windmill, right hand, looking through the window. That was AJ Dybansta.
I think he East Bayed that.
Yeah, through the legs. You're right. Amazing. 71-19, under 3 minutes to go here in the third. Akina Watson. He's so persistent. Gives it to Daly. Just missed off the front. Dybansta. Attacks taken away by Daly. That was Cassius Daly. Ball goes over the end line.
I believe Southwick was out of bounds when he stripped that ball. So ball will be retained by Kahuku there on the baseline.
Guystone Kasenga back into the game for Utah Prep. Pass off a foot. Turnaround. Yes. Ronan Nihei. Mandaquit. Cecil for a three. Swoosh.
Simple ball screen throwback action to Cecil. Lifted up from the baseline when his defender bit on the roll. So well executed, just like clockwork. Another assist for JJ Mandaquit.
Cassius Daly. Lobs it in. Naihe, some nifty moves, and he draws the foul from Cecil. Ronan will go to the line.
Naihe tremendously crafty. We've seen it earlier, that bump turnaround fade against JJ Mandaquit on the baseline. This time using the footwork, getting up and under, drawing the foul. Talented, talented sophomore for the Kahuku Red Raiders. And, you know, once you see his body start to fill out and he's going to build more strength, if he can get on that JJ Mandaquit nutrition and workout routine,
get some tips.
It's really going to help his game quite a bit because he has that mental side, high basketball IQ, very skilled. Just needs to improve that athleticism, and he'll be a Division I guy.
Ronan's got 11. Comes into this game averaging nearly 17 points per game in the preseason. Foul called on Kasenga. That is his first. Third team foul on Utah Prep. They lead it by 51. Daly, to Naihe. Drives the lane, goes off his shoe. Three-pointer off the mark. Kuku with another chance here. 1 minute to go in the third. Justice Daly. To the other side to Cassius Daly. 12 on the shot clock. Calls for a pick. That means he runs into Kasenga and launches a long three. Gets his own rebound. Gets it to his brother. In and out. Kasenga with the rebound. 30 seconds to go here. Shot clock is off. Alessi will slow it down. Ten seconds.
Red Raiders in a zone.
5, and Alessi hit the three, will bounce it off the glass, off the rim, and through. And so at the end of 3 quarters of play, Utah Prep 77, Kahuku 23 here at the Iolani Classic, presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
Caring for the people of Hawaii has been HMSA's mission since day one.
As a father, everybody just wants the best for their kids. HMSA allows them to get the best health care that they can get.
We believe in meeting you where you're at. That's why we have the largest choice of doctors, hospitals, and pharmacies across the state.
Having HMSA as a coverage, we know that we're gonna be covered no matter where we go.
Caring for you is our privilege. It's why we started this company. It's what we do today, and is what we'll continue to do tomorrow.
Hardware Hawaii, your Kailua hardware store. At Hardware Hawaii Kailua, helping you find what you need is our top priority. Take our lead lumberman, Eddie. How's it? He enjoys helping customers find what they need.
My customers are like my friends. Really makes my day when I get to help them out.
Right on, Eddie. Here in Kailua, we're here ready to serve you. Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Welcome back to the 40th Iolani Classic. Game number 7. Utah Prep leading at 77-23. Headed to the quarterfinals. They will face the host Iolani Raiders tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Unless, of course, we see something truly amazing.
Greatest comeback in history possibly for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, here we go. Starts with a 3, in and out.
So just looking through the stats that we have here in front of us for Utah Prep, that last 3 by Falesi was the 10th for Utah Prep on 13 shots. So not just layups, not just dunks, not just runaway breakouts. They're 77% from three-point range here in the game.
Amazing. Kauka into the game. Cross-court pass to Kiss, and he will throw it down. Strong.
Just so casual with it.
Daly with a 3. Justice Daly, 5'9" freshman.
That's still worth more.
Yeah, exactly right. Mandaquit will try from long distance and hit. JJ's got 13 in his homecoming here in the lower gym of the Father Bray Athletic Center.
5 players in double figures here for Utah Prep.
Mandaquit with the steal, and he launches himself.
Oh, he wanted that one.
Yeah, the crowd did too. They loved that.
Put a little extra on that.
Daly for 3, rattles that one home. Cassius Daly. Mandaquit working against Daly. Falesi, Kiss. Mandaquit tried the NBA distance, turned it down. Drives instead. Kick it to Kiss. Kauka. You can see him getting ready to leap into the air for that rebound and give Mandaquit the opportunity to hit his second consecutive 3. He's got a sweet 16 on the night.
That's now 12 of 15 from 3 for Utah Prep. A cool 80%.
Getting some nice clean looks and knocking them down. Naihe to Akina Watson. Falesi on the run. Cecil drives the baseline. He'll lay it in. 30-second timeout called by Utah Prep.
Look at this Utah Prep team, and you wonder, why is J.J. Mandaquit still in the game? Jackson Kiss, another starter. A.J. Daibonsa now coming back into the game. Well, they only have 9 players. So they have to put someone in. It just happens to be maybe the #1 player in the country coming back in, up by 60 points with 5 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. But the fans are not complaining, I can tell you that much.
You can see on our screen Jason Mandaquit Sr., the father of Jason Mandaquit Jr., JJ, an assistant coach, Jason Mandaquit, on this Utah Prep squad for head coach Dustin Yamzan.
Jason Mandaquit, a well-known person and name there in Hilo, and so many friends and family have flown up. We've seen them in the gym tonight. They're not going to miss this opportunity to see JJ in the Iolani Classic. You know, a lot of sports fans, a lot of basketball fans are well aware of the Maui Invitational, one of the best college tournaments in the country. And this really feels like a similar type of vibe. Small gym, not an arena. Great crowd. Incredible fanfare. Awesome teams. But kind of neat, right? To have one of the best high school tournaments and college tournaments here in Hawaii.
Guy Banster called for the foul. on Daly. And look how close we are to AJ Daibansta, probably the top pick in the draft. We're 8 rows away, and we're as far as we could be, and that's
right. We're in
as
the
close
last
as
row.
we are.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I was fortunate enough to go and see the Maui Invitational. Once I stopped coaching, had the opportunity to take my father over to watch, and that was the year Anthony Edwards was there with Georgia and played one of the best halves of basketball I've ever seen anyone play in my life. And you're saying, all right, this guy is something. He came in highly touted, didn't have a first game and a half or so, and then in that half, you're saying, oh my goodness, this guy is crazy. And look what he turned out to be. So this is that same type of experience. I got to see AJ Daibansa, or what a lot of kids are going to be saying, and when he turns into something much, much later, they were this close.
Daibansa rising fire off the rim, off the glass, and through. Kind of came up a little slowly. Looks like he's okay. Mandaquit with the block. And now Mandaquit on the receiving end of the lob. Southwick drops the dime over the rim to Mandaquit. Look at the big smile on JJ.
I mentioned it earlier, but I can tell you he was not doing that as a freshman.
Daly bringing some excitement at the other end. Almost scored.
I love these guys continuing to compete.
Daibansta. Kasenga. Wow. He went up high and got some contact down low. Mandaquit heads to the bench. Lots of fives and hugs, fist bumps.
His night likely to be finished. And Leighton Kauka back into the game. As we said, pride of Kohala. Last time he was on the floor in Hawaii for a Hawaii team, he was winning a Division II state championship in impressive fashion.
Rasmussen scores, and he'll have the and one opportunity. Cecil checks back in. Kauka, those back-to-back D2 state titles, he's also the most outstanding player in that tournament both times. As a freshman, he scored 15.7 points per game and 21 threes. And then as a sophomore, 21 points per game, 44 threes, shot 80% from the line. Excellent player.
That Kohala team was just
with
really
brother.
great over the last couple of years, and Kihei Kapeliela does such a great job with that squad. Tough team. No one stands over 6 feet or 6'1", however tall Leighton Kauka is, was their tallest guy.
Three-pointer. Naihe. He's had a great game. Just a sophomore.
So excited to see what this team has in store. Akina Watson, Daly, Naihe. Just a lot of talent all over.
Kauka, that one rattles out. Daly working against Southwick. Naihe, he is on fire. 17 points. Utah Prep at 97. Southwick.
I can dunk too.
Yeah.
Not just a shooter.
Even though it's a dead ball, and one of the officials is just a little word of advice, little request. He understood. Fresh 35. Southwick has the ball knocked away, but it goes to Cecil. Southwick drives the lane, up and under, and scores. He's got 14 to make it 99-37. Daly high off the glass. Nice play by Cassius. He gets the rebound and he's on the run. Naihe for 3. How about 20 for Ronan Naihe? against Utah Prep.
Just having a great night here for the Red Raiders, showing what he's capable of doing. And again, just a sophomore, reminding me of Pupu Sepulona.
Yeah.
What he was able to do against one of the top teams in the country himself. Just an impressive showing.
Southwick from his usual beyond the arc territory drains that three. Rasmussen says, well, let's put an end to that Naihe run. And Kasenga changing a shot there. Red Raiders, though, very tenacious as they have been all night. Get the ball back. Daly, shoot a three and swish that one home. His second for Justice. Splash Brothers.
They spent a lot of time around that rim. Coach Dean Daly on the bench, their father.
Cecil hangs in the air. He'll go to the free throw line. 1:05 to go. 1:02 on the scoreboard for Utah Prep. We've seen that third digit used a couple times here in the girls tournament and in the boys tournament.
Wheeler in the opening game of the Iolani Classic on the boys' side eclipsed the century mark against Leilehua.
They were near it for a while. It kind of was the drama there the last few seconds. Not so the case here. Cecil for three. Naihe out in front. Rasmussen with the rebound. Southwick. Cecil lays it off to Kasenga for the throwdown. Daibansta looking at him on the bench doing a little dance after Kasenga's dunk. 30 seconds to go here. Daly. There they are, Splash Brothers. That time it was Cassius Daly, his second three, because his brother Justice hit a second triple. Kauka lays it in off the glass with the left hand.
Final player to score for Utah Prep, so all 9 players on their roster have gotten a bucket.
Put back by Gu. And time expires. Utah Prep advances to tomorrow night's quarterfinal with a 107-50 victory over the Kahuku Red Raiders. Utah Prep will play the Iolani Raiders in that quarterfinal match tomorrow at 6:30. The gym will be similarly packed. AJ Daibansta, his flag, but JJ Mandaquit, his teammate, will be taking on some of his former teammates, and his classmates and his schoolmates will be here in the gym. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's right. And if you plan to come and the environment is incredible, don't let the crowd scare you away because it is a great place to be. As you said, John, even the worst seat isn't a bad seat. And you're going to get to see some of the best players in Hawaii, but also some of the best players from around the country go at it, and it will be crowded. So if you want to come to that 6:30 game, watch the Iolani Raiders take on Utah Prep, make sure you get here early. And a lot of people will be staying the entire night because we may see Falesi, we may see, there's a rumor, AJ Daibansta is going to show up in the dunk contest. Wow. I don't want to say it's happening, but it may happen. So he may be here tomorrow night after the final game. So get ready, get strapped in for a long night of basketball if you decide to come, but I promise you it'll be worth it.
And it's not a bad idea to come early. The first quarterfinal will be Wheeler against the winner of this game coming up between Kapa and Brewster Academy. Brewster Academy, a top 10 program this year. They are going to be fun to watch all the way out here from New Hampshire. Then in the second semifinal, it'll be Paul VI taking on Veritas from Santa Fe Springs, California. They were an interesting team to watch. They played Osaka Gakuin in the game before this one. And then it'll be the Iolani versus Utah Prep. And in the last game, stick around, it'll be before the dunk contest. Imhotep from Philadelphia taking on Oak Hill Academy. Yes, Oak Hill Academy is back in the Iolani Classic. They are here looking to win for the 9th time, but it will not to be easy. It's a packed field. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come on out for the quarterfinals tomorrow. But we've got one more game here in the first round. Kapa High School from the island of Kauai taking on Brewster Academy all the way from New Hampshire. Thanks to Dane Kurihara, our producer, director, engineer. Zach Heltz on the camera and the computer. Thanks to Dean Shimamoto for joining me here at the broadcast table. I'm John Tamanaha, reminding you that we've got one more game coming up and the quarterfinals tomorrow night of the Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. Aloha.
When it comes to AI, there's something big happening. The smallest things are creating giant revolutions. At Worldwide Technology, we're at the forefront of AI. With our one-of-a-kind AI Proving Ground, Cyber Range, and full-stack approach, you can build, test, protect, and implement AI solutions that deliver for you and your customers in a big way. Worldwide Technology. Together, let's make a new world happen.
Heart pumping. Muscles extending. Every body is a miracle. And though we share so much, everybody is unique. What's your passion? Hold on to it. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.